Yo, what's up, guys? Pineapple Grass here, and we're live. I don't know what to do for this first live. I just thought I would do it and just chill, you know. Ooh. Oh, my keyboard at the moment. What have you guys been up to? There is no one in. I look so weird on the screen of the camera. That's why I look over here. Well, yeah. I'm gonna at least listen to some music. Something while we wait, you know? While I wait. Uh, chat rate 1. Um, I have lots of lights on me. I have desk light and then just white screen. That's why this side of my face is more white. And then I got like a warmish light on this side. Man, why is YouTube taking forever? I need a good an actual good um channel banner or whatever it's called for my channel. If you guys haven't noticed, I don't have one. So yeah, it kinda sucks that I don't have one, to be fair. But you know, it's all right. Um, that's what actually what I'm gonna be looking for. I will pull this up. Pine Apple. That's not Apple. YouTube channel banner. Oh, there's some interesting ones. Let's see if um download doesn't make sense in my opinion. Where's my downloads? There they are. It doesn't fit the requirements. This one might work. Hopefully. Okay, oh, this one might work. Fuck. Okay, that doesn't work. Oh, no, I haven't. God. What's the requirements again for the banner image? 1024 by 5. It is kind of late for me. 576. This one might work. Fuck. Oops. start. Oh my god, my hair. How would I make? Oh, oh, here we go. Hello, hello. There we go. Photoshop. Yes. Hopefully y'all can't really hear my brother in the background. Oh, oh. I made it way too big. I want to listen to that. Ooh, somebody told me. 5 kilos. There we go. Publish. So if I go to my channel, reload this hoe. What? Oh, I gotta fully like exit. Yeah, hell yeah. Got the channel channel thing now. Oh, me. Could be hidden there. Y'all didn't see anything. That wasn't a bottle of vodka. Water. Delicious. Again, I didn't have a plan for this live stream. I just kind of pressed start streaming. It's just to get this onto my channel, you know, have a different form of content. I was thinking about doing a what should we call it? Apparently I've views in the last 60 minutes. 2 views in the last. I have apparently like 13 hours of watch time. I use vidIQ. I'm not sponsored. I don't know if there's a better like software for it. If there is, please comment that, because like I want a software that I can do all the shit with vidIQ, but also for free. You know, like it'd be sick to. What was I gonna say? I don't remember what I was gonna say. Oh yeah, it's been a month since I created this channel. I wanted to live stream yesterday, but YouTube was a asshole and decided to be. I mean, YouTube, I love you. Give me views. But I honestly wanted to live stream yesterday for my 1 month. I have low latency, so what you're seeing has already happened. I think. Um, about a minute. A minute of latency. Ugh. Yeah, I might do what I like use on a daily basis for longboarding and whatnot. That might be a little one-off series. The camera I have was like $200 on Amazon. Two, three, four. It's like $400 on Amazon. Goddamn, with shipping and whatnot. That's my camera brand. It's it's a decent camera. Uh, what I found, it dies kind of fast. So once I get some money from whatever, I'm gonna probably buy extra battery or two. It did come with extra battery, but I don't know where the secondary battery went. And I'm probably gonna be buying a battery charger on Amazon. Where is my Amazon tab? I don't know how much I need for one battery and a charger. Um, I'm listening to a very, very upbeat song. It's called "Die." uh, oh, it's about $33, but with I think. Oh shit! I get a promo. Shipping. Oh no, no! I don't want to place the order. Oh okay. It was ask. I want to get one of those Insta 360 cameras that just like clip to your chest, like stand up, like one of the ones that stand like clips to your chest for longboarding, or hear me out, meta glasses. Since I already need glasses, um, how do y'all like this little setup? Like of course it will be changing when if I get more shit in the background. I got my necklace hanging up. Someone. I put my glasses there. Oh, ow, shoulder. Oh, just cracked my shoulder. Um, Tell me what you guys want to see, um, other than longboarding content, because long this type of thing only does so much. I only can do so much longboarding content before it gets stale. I start saying the same things over and over again. Um, it's gonna be about $36. But if I can find a cheaper set, that's 32. Because need more batteries. I do need them. So then I can film longer content on a good camera. And then also more SD cards and whatnot. Um, I'm just minimizing a tab. I started watching a show called The Rookie. enjoy it a lot. Um, but yeah, alright. Dinner, I had pierogies and riblets. Ribettes, whatever you want to fucking call them. They're like rib meat, but like almost like the McRib, you know? Um, oh shit, two people are watching my stream. Oh yeah. Uh, hmm. Don't know what to do. You know? It's 2 8. It's 3 in the morning. Took a nap. And that's why I'm up. So, I once I finish up here, I'm probably going to take a shower, head to bed, you know? This camera's over. This light is dead. Like, it's supposed to be brighter. That's supposed to be in the block. I hope if I plugged it into the right hole. There we go. My charger block has 2 holes, one for a USB charger. It doesn't fit. One for a USB charger and one for a Type C port. Yeah, goddamn money. If y'all have any ideas for what to do for my backdrop, I am taking suggestions. Because that's not gonna stay there. That's that. There we go. That's gonna stay there. That I can't get anymore. So I gotta have it up, you know? Yeah. I got tech decks that I could put up there. I'm not good at them. I got them because I like the brands. Uh, this one's ooh, this one's a toy machine, and then I had another one somewhere. Probably fell off my desk. A lot of things with wheels fall off my desk. Um, or I just drop them. You know. There's a gold ring in here. There we go. Well, gold colored, I should say. I don't ever wear. There we go. I'm not watching, listening to You're So Creepy. Just my style. A red lipstick. My mic arm broke for this mic, so I had a bunch of foam because I do cosplay a bit, so I cut up a bunch of discs. Bad cutting up job because I didn't really care what it looked like, but yep. cord goes in the bottom, and then boom, and then connects to the mic. I cut just the right amount. I actually have one extra. It honestly is nice. It absorbs shock a bit, just a tiny bit. Oh, on my desk, I have this. It it's sad what happened to him. That he didn't seek help. If you are depressed, seek help. Help. Seek therapy. I do therapy. It it's nice. You can talk to someone without them judging you. I've only been streaming for 34 minutes. Damn. Sometimes streams are like working a shift. Sometimes they feel longer than they do, and then they feel slower, not slower, faster, shorter. Especially when you have ADHD. Yeah, I've been diagnosed with ADHD. Could have a bit of the autism, but I am not diagnosed, so I can't say I do. Um, some of my hobbies is longboarding, um, content creation, D&D, gaming. I am definitely forgetting a big one, but I don't know what the third one is. And a few other ones. Oh, mixology. That's the one that I was looking for. I'm gonna get up to an hour, so we have 24 minutes left. I gotta lower this for live streams. I just realized because my head should be up here, but I like relaxing, especially if I do this. I'm just gone. I got got these. I do St. John's Ambulance, so I get a bunch of. Well, I did St. John's Ambulance. It closed down in my town, so I just have some no. I have 2 kits of Nalox, Narcan, which it's chill to have. I know I'm licensed to administrate it. Like I'm certified. I know how to administrate it. I also know how to do CPR, Heimlich, all. You know, so I'm not certified to do CPR. Though I know how to do it. I should really get my. I should really get recertified. Just because I always did my recertification. You know, back when I was in St. John's. St. John's Ambulance is a medical training program. I used to have a placard up with my name on it. Dead name. I was the young one of I was the youngest cadet in that branch. Oh, so you're a trainee, then you're a cadet. I became the youngest cadet, and they gave me a placard for it, which back then was amazing. I don't really care for it. I'd rather get a placard with my current name on it, and yeah, you know, I have a pile of fake money, fake American money, on my desk. Um, Last Halloween, uh, yeah, like I got lots of this shit, and I was a pimp for Halloween. My pimp coat's somewhere, so is the hat. But, I want to do skits, but I don't have any ideas for skits. I the bits you see in my channel on in my videos, they're not planned. They are they are spur of the moment, like how jokes in friend groups usually are. They're not fucking like masterminded. Sometimes they are. Sometimes you have an idea for a bit with your friend group, and then you just do it. But most of the bits you see on my channel are spur of the moment. We were in my upcoming video for part two. We were technically homeless in Toronto. Yeah, I might actually ask. My phone's at 5%. Um, that is not Evanstead. Sorry, that is Evanstead. I I have Evansted's phone number. I can text his mother too. I know where that boy is all the time. If I want to hang out. Um, Yo, my guy, you are probably asleep. He works evenings, I want to say. He gets off at 8. Asleep right now. But send me your food. Send me your food. I am very dyslexic. One moment. Footage. Because he doesn't want to post it, but I might as like a different POV. There was this really cool you really blip 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 blap bloop bloop blip 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 bloop bloop blap. this is live. I can't just cut that out. um, Sometimes my brain moves faster than my mouth, so I used to work at Tim Hortons in my town. So it I quit. I went back and then walked out. Then I came back and then I threatened to walk out, and then they fired me. At least when I threatened to walk out, my supervisor didn't say anything. She said that, oh, he threatened to walk out. Yeah, threatened. Half the people in that place do. Half the people that's been there long enough do. I should say. Newbies have a joy about them. I used to love crushing that. I had this one employee. We'll call him. We'll call him Tim. I don't know why Tim, but we'll call him Tim. So, Tim, you know, he's blonde. That should say a lot. But first day one of the first days I was working with him, he asks me where the coffee is, which is okay. You're new. You don't know where the coffee is. Fast forward a week, I'm working with him again. He asks me where the coffee is. I'm like, coffee in the back, because we have boxes of coffee that we just put in the front, so then we can just grab, open, pour, make new coffee. We don't move the coffee boxes ever from the spot where they are in the back. So I show him where the coffee is again. Maybe he forgot. It is very like you pass by it very easy without noticing that area. Fast forward to the next shift, which is like 2-3 days apart from the second time he asked me. He asks my supervisor. We'll call her Sarah. We'll call her Sarah. So Tim asks Sarah where the coffee is. Are you starting to see the problem? And Sarah comes up to me. We're talking about it, and I said, Ryan, Tim asked me where the coffee was twice. I said to Sarah. And she was like, oh, Tim just asked me that too. I'm like, okay, maybe dude's a bit slow on the memory. That's fine. Sometimes, especially in a high, like, rush environment like Tim Hortons, you can forget stuff. Everything goes to the short term to the long term. So I'm like thinking nothing of it. Tim asked me and Sarah 8 to 10 times. The 11th time he asked me, those like 8 to 10 times, we showed him. The 11th time he asked me, I said, figure it out. I've shown you 10 times. Go and figure it out. I'm not going to show you anymore. This is your issue. Find the coffee. forgot to open up my water bottle lid. But it was horrible. Um, oh, um, fast forward to I think my second time working there. I think it was the second or third time. I was transitioning from part time to full time, and they put me on accidental 8 shifts in a row. So, you know, everything's going fine. A newbie walks in. See, I worked with this newbie's sister. The newbie's sister, been there for a while. Also, kind of slow in the brain. Um, we'll call her Jacqueline. So Jacqueline, the newbie, um, walks in. Right, she was a different kind of stupid. A different kind of stupid. Like, like I was training her, right? I'm like, okay, this is your like second to third week. You can be left alone for a bit. Just ask me for questions. Sh Tell me why she's looking at the. She's on makeup. So there's Till. Till's you're by yourself. You're making the drinks, taking customers' orders, handing out the drinks, and handing out the food. Well, actually, that's drive through. In drive through, you have order taker, window, and maker. Sometimes order taker and window can be done by the same person. I did it by myself. Maker's special. Maker makes all the drinks because drive through. You don't want it to be backed up. I was on Till because I'm fast. I'm a fast talker, I can make drinks fast. Tell me why this. This is midsummer, by the way. Ice drink, like cold drinks, are big. Um, tell me why this. Tell me why Jacqueline comes up to me and asks me, "How do I make a ice cap?" This is your second, third week. You should know how to make most of the drinks, if not all. So I said to my supervisor, I think it was my mom's name who was working there. Of course, I'm gonna change it because I'm not gonna tell you all my mom's name. She will be called Destiny. So you got Sarah and Destiny, the supervisors. There's also one more, but I don't think she was on shift that day. So, so Destiny switches. Destiny can tell I'm getting frustrated because Jacqueline will stand there. You you tell her to do something. She'll just stand there for 5 minutes. Like I told her to, hey, can you go mop the front? Can you go sweep the front? Can you go do tables and chairs? Which is like we clean all the tables and chairs. Um, hey, can you? It's 6 o'clock. Can you go clean the bathrooms? Um, this bitch would stand there for. Jacqueline would stand there for like 5 minutes. Then you'd ask her again, and she's like, "Oh, okay." She's 18, a year younger than me, and I started working at Tim Hortons when I was 16, and I picked it up like that. Yeah, I can snap like that better than I can snap like this. Um, so, fifth day of working straight in the 8 day row. Um, I'm obviously like kind of tweaking at this point, and Jacqueline comes up and asks me, how do I make an ice cap? See, I've shown her personally how to make an ice cap before, and it's simple: cream, Java mix, and blend. It wasn't a special one. It wasn't like an Oreo ice cap, caramel ice cap, vanilla ice cap. Like, it wasn't one of those. It was just a simple medium ice cap. So I make the I can't I don't trust it with anything at this point. So I take a cold cup, fill it with the ice cap amount of cream, pour the Java mix in, and in the summertime they're producing so many like ice cap lids and ice caps that sometimes they don't fit properly. Some will be too tight, crush the cup, or some will be too loose, where the top of the cup just comes off too easily. So I'm putting the lid on, and so I'm like, okay, this is aggravating, but okay. Grab a new cup, ice cream, ice cap amount of cream. Put the lid on it. Different lid, different cup. Crush. One more try, and you know, it does the same thing. New lid, new cap, crush. I tell, I raise my voice slightly and tell Jacqueline. Yeah, Jacqueline is the name that I'm calling her. And I tell her, "You're gonna make the ice cap. I've practically shown you 3 times how to make it. Like, I'm frustrated, pissed the fuck off, because this bitch doesn't know how to do shit. Think she got fired. I think. No, I worked with her on the last day. Her last day. See, sometimes employees improve after the first month. She quit when she just was improving. She would. Oh, and Tim took like 4 years to improve. 4 or 3 years to improve. It was aggravating. Oh, and then there's the funny times where I was working um, with Sarah on the evenings. She's now a morning person, unfortunately. Um, she goes to. I'm on makeup that night. Um, you know, making drinks for drive-through, and there was no one in the drive-through, so I was just chilling. Got all my chore jobs done until like closing, which is a totally different set of jobs you have to do after you close. But I'm just standing there talking to her. Um, she pulls the darkless pot and hooks the top of the filter basket. Hot liquid and grinds come at me, and Luckily, I have quick reflexes. Ish. Luckily, they were quick that day. I fucking jumped back. And I'm like, you always try and kill me. There's been a few close calls. Uh, there's been the time that Destiny accidentally fucking shoulder blocked me. It felt like, so you got your rib cage, right? All the ribs and whatnot. Accidentally shoulder blocked, shoulder fucking hit me, right? Rib cage felt like it went. Felt like it went inwards. I've few little funny stories from Tim's. You know, that cup is actually very. It hasn't been used. I just took a free cup because we could. Um, it. It's fucking hilarious. I'm just sitting on the ground trying to catch my breath because I have lung and chest injuries, including asthma. Um, this side of my rib cage, like the bottom ribs, they're normally like that. Mine are like this, slightly, because of an injury that happened in seventh grade. My teacher took me and my class curling. Not to mention my teacher back then was my neighbor. My neighbor. She's moved. But you know, doing some curling things, and there's a piece of like very hard plastic and rubber that you push off to throw the stone, the rock, whatever it's called. Right? And I'm walking back to the other side to get a drink of water because I was on the other side of the rink, the other side of the ice, and I start walking slash kind of sliding because it's ice, it's slippery. I fell, black out for a second, black out for a couple seconds, and I get up, couldn't breathe, winded, not even winded, like had no oxygen in my lungs. So I just lay on the ice for a second. I'm like, everyone's asking if I'm okay. I just, do the thing where you fucking wipe out injured very badly. So you just, people are asking if you're okay, and you just lay there for a moment or two. Everyone's just looking at me. People still asking me if I'm okay. And then I do one of these motions. Like, yeah, I'm good. I'm Gucci. I'm not. I'm like, yeah, amazing. I'm amazing. So good. I was laying on the ice for like 10 minutes. No one tried to help me up or anything. I get up, walk over to the other side, and this is at the fucking start. I was debating on asking if I could ask to go home because I just lived up the fucking road from where our curling rink is. It's not part of the rec center that we have in town. The rec center is all the way that way ish. The curling rink is down the hill from me, basically. So I could just walk home. in great deal of pain. But my teacher, we'll call her Miss. What's a good name for one of my favorite teachers? Miss Hot. She was a hot ass teacher. I would have smashed. Um, she was also my neighbor. um, but it. So I just sat out for the rest, and then we went back to school. Uh, got a. Oh no, we. I think we went back to the school, which is on the other side of town, basically from where we are. It was just so yeah. So now my rib cage is slightly bent inwards. I don't go to the hospital unless I absolutely have to, and that's when I break a bone. Which, funny enough, I fractured my ankle, which is why I did DNF at the base. So my friend, who I thought was my friend, um, pushed back in elementary school, um, pushed me down this hill that we were just walking on, walking and talking. This was back in like grade 4, grade 5. Grade 5. Um, and like, the 2005 kids, we were mature for our ages. Um, the teachers there did absolutely nothing. They saw a crying boy complaining about pain in his left ankle and hearing it snap 3 or 4 times. They did nothing. And that was the first recess. Back in elementary school, you'd have 2 recesses and 2 lunches, whatever. I don't want to listen to I Expect You to Die soundtrack. So I have, after it healed, I still have a injury. Um, which is why I think I pushed Goofy, honestly. Because I gained more muscle and balance in my right leg. So I feel like that's why I'm able to push Goofy so easily. I don't think I would have pushed Goofy if I didn't fracture my ankle. Or have, or I would have an easier time learning how to push switch. Anyways, it's been fun chatting with you guys.